Hi, QPs. Oh my gosh. Hmm. I start to talk. Immediately I start to yawn. It's fantastic. Um, so, uh, something incredibly funny. I genuinely thought that, this was, a joke. Like a running joke, but in the lesbian communities, but oh my god, you really do have people that you don't even know confessing and writing entire love letters to you, and it's just like, oh, this is awkward because we are pretty much strangers. That being said, there's some lesbian that I met on the internet, and it was just like, okay, yeah, cool, I'm cool with making friends and everything, and it's just like, I don't really know her. I don't know her at all. So far, the only things that I have learned about her is that she's got a child, a son, and that she's angry with men. And now she's writing entire novels about how much she loves me, even though she doesn't even know what I do with my day-to-day life. I don't understand. It's just so perplexing. Because all I've done has basically been like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm very busy, I'm packing up to move. During the entirety of this entire, I guess, awkward, barely friendship, even that. It's just so bizarre. Um, I genuinely find it incredibly baffling because it's just like, I'm a stranger, please, what? You know, like, it's not like, I don't, how can she know anything about me? Like, and she doesn't. That's the thing. She doesn't know anything about me. So how can she love me? So it's just so absurd. And I don't know if she's just like, uh, I bet she's thinking that I'm desperate or something. Like, no, sorry, honey. I am not interested in dating anyone right now. I'm trying to work on me. I need to better myself before I can, be hopping into a relationship like that. So right now, all I'm doing is building friendships. I want nothing beyond friendship because I'm not ready for anything beyond friendship. And it's so awkward. It's so awkward. Oh my God. I don't want to I guess I'm just going to have to tell her exactly what I've just expressed, that right now all I'm looking for is friendship because I am not in any place where I want to be getting into another relationship. I literally just got out of a very intense 3-year relationship. I'm not looking to, jump into some random one with some random person from the internet that I don't even know. I have no idea. Sorry. It's just, so far, I have befriended 3 people. 2 of which are trans women. I don't have any issues with trans women. And as far as I'm concerned, they're women too. But only one of them has actually been decent about boundaries and reasonable with communication. And honestly, I've come to very much value her friendship. And I look forward to, getting to know her more and, becoming even better friends. Um, I like to, um, I like to I like to keep my people as friends, I don't, I'm not interested in relationship right now. It's so absurd. Like, the only kind of relationship I'm looking for is platonic right now. And it's just like, yikes. The first person I spoke to legitimately sent me a nude. Very quickly off the bat. And I was like, oof, that's awkward. Okay. And then the second one is this one who's confessing her love to me. And it's just like, yikes. And then this third one, I met her on Bumble, and we've been talking. We've mostly been talking like really casual. We talked about frogs, Minecraft, Legos, video games, nerdy autistic shit. And that's honestly very comforting. It's very comforting having a nice, calm friendship. She's also a trans woman, but yeah, it's like really nice having at least one friendship actually be friendship. The other two seem to be trying to rush things into something more, and it's just like, whoa, I'm not looking for any kind of a rebound. I don't want to do that because it's not fair to myself and it's not fair to anyone else either involved. So I'm not planning on doing any kind of like anything so, I don't know, strange, I guess. I know that some people, rebounds are a thing for them, and it's all cool. Everyone handles their things differently. It's just, I think that for my own sake, at the very least, but as well as for the sake of others, that is not something that I am prone to allowing myself to do. I'm not going to do rebound. I am going to, just have my support system of my lovely friends and family, and, keep things at that. Like, if any of my friendships ever blossom into anything more, I'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But, God. It's so weird. Golly, it's like, whoa, I just met the most U-Haul lesbian of all the U-Haul lesbians. Because she's confessing, like, golly. I get it that a lot of times female bonds happen a lot quicker to a almost terrifying extent, actually, because like I met like my friend Cassie, who's been helping me with this whole move. I literally met her once, and then we exchanged numbers because it was like, oh, cool, a friend. And then like, we've talked and everything. And then like, as when I was struggling, to figure out how I'm going to move things, I reached out like, like I didn't think she was actually going to help me because she barely knows me, we met trying to get a job that neither of us ended up getting. And it just turned out we had a lot in common. We both like Sanrio, both on the spectrum, both have chronic health issues. We're both gingers, and we're both pursuing Judaism. So like, based on having those things in common, we decided, hey, let's try to be friends. Let's see let's see if we could be friends. And we've become really nice friends, actually. She's become a really good friend. And now we talk about a lot of other things we have in common, like fashion and fashion history. And it's just, I love having friends. It's like I get to build my own little family, and I don't think it's very healthy for people to automatically, just because like the people involved are queer, does not mean it needs to automatically go from, hey, hi, nice to meet you, let's be friends, to, hi, I love you. Everything in my life revolves around you. You've known me a week. I have no idea who this lady is. I don't even remember her name. I feel so bad about that, but it's true. I don't even know the name of her kid. I don't know what she does with her daily life. I don't even know where she lives. So how? I don't know anything about her. How is she? And she does not know anything about me. All I do online is like, I just repost crap and memes and things that I found pretty. I'm sorry, but that doesn't tell you anything about who I am as a person. And I just, why? Why are they like this? Why is she like this? Oh, and now I feel so awkward, and I feel really bad because I don't know if I did something to, like, give her the wrong idea. I've genuinely tried not to. I've genuinely, like, tried everything to keep conversation as, you know, formal and non-intimate and, you know, just not even friendly, just more like on an acquaintance type of level. Like, oh, hey, I hope you're doing okay kind of a level. You know, that's just the occasional, you know, how are you doing? Little bit of back and forth small talk and then radio silence. Like, this is so absurd to me. I just, wow. It's strange. And the thing is, I don't even know what I want for my future. I need time to figure that out. My entire future is a blank slate now, and I need to figure out what I'm going to fill that with. And especially now that I've come to figure myself out more and I've become more comfortable in my skin and everything, this is absurd. Ugh. I did not wake up at 5 this morning, by the way. I actually slept until 8. It was fabulous. I loved it. I might take a nap, indeed. A little bit more sleep, because I'm still feeling rather tired. But also, I have begun writing in my new journal. I figured that since I'm entering a new segment of my life, that it only would be appropriate for me to move on to a journal that, like a different journal. You know, gone is the leather-bound journal. It's finished. That chapter of my life is done. And now we're on to the Fuzzy Bunny journal. Because I do write things in here that that are hard to say. Because sometimes I do struggle to, what's the word? Get my thoughts together. And sometimes when I'm writing, it's easier. It really depends day by day, though, whether or not, like, writing versus speaking verbally is going to be the easier way for me to access my thoughts and feelings. Which is why I switch back and forth between the two situationally. And who knows? Maybe these can be an interesting thing in the future or something. Like, scientifically speaking, I guess. But, yeah, so it's just like, I think it's my favorite. I named it Bunny. I should have called her Barry. Oh, that would have been so cute. I'm going to change her name to Barry. Yeah, so I'm like, I'm going back to what I used to do where and because I feel like it was more helpful as a means of journaling, where I used to name my journal and then write as though I am writing letters to it to keep it informed of my life. Oh. So I've gone back to my default journaling patterns because I found that what I shifted into is actually kind of miserable. I really, like, hate journaling when I journal in my formal way, you know, where it's just like, here's the events of today, here are my feelings, here are my thoughts, and that's it. Whereas with this, it's like, I don't know, it just makes me feel, it feels more personal, and therefore it makes it easier to open up the floodgates to let them pour onto the page. Whereas with the other, it felt like I had a giant dam holding back everything. And like I was letting little bits trickle through onto the page. So it's just, you know, I guess one of the weird things about me. or it's just something about me. But yeah, so that's pretty much how my day's going. It's a pretty good day. I'm resting today. I am totally not going to do anything. Sorry. I'm not going to do anything other than rest. Last night I had a dream about my former best friend Possum, where we kept running into each other because I'm about to be living in the same town as them again. And in the dream, we kept running into each other and everything. And they kept being, like, really bitchy at me. And, like, really, like, mean. And it's just, like, really frustrating to think that, like, yeah, actually, I deserve better friends than that. Because in real life, they were very bitchy at me. They have been making me feel guilty about being unwell, about having other things going on in my life. They were actively making me feel like shit for being sick, which made it even more taxing to actually be around them. Like, I'm sorry, but the guilting me is just... I can't do that. I can't live like this. I cannot feel guilty about being sick all the time. That's why I couldn't live back at home with my dad and stepmom. I'm not going to be made to feel like shit about something that is out of my control. And I need better friends than that. I need friends who can understand and respect my boundaries. You know, so friends like Chavoy, Cassie, Possum, they're all very respectful. They respect my boundaries. When I say, hey, I need to rest, I need to, you know, regather my energy, they're respectful of that. And those are the kind of friends that I want to have in my life. I don't want friends who make me feel like shit on a regular basis. I don't want friends who manipulate me and guilt trip me and just make me overall feel like shit. I don't need friends like that. I don't need friends who, the moment that things even look like they might go wrong with the friendship, they become vicious and cruel. And it's just like, oh, okay, so tell me how you really feel. I'm glad now we're going to be honest with each other or whatever. Now you're going to be honest about how you feel. You know, it's just like, whatever, you know, because like when Plague blocked me, I didn't seek them out through another phone number or another Facebook. I didn't seek out people connected to them to send messages or get messages through to them or harass them for answers about them. No, I was like, oh, they blocked me. Okay, they're going to need some space. And I backed off and waited. And I decided if they ever unblock me and decide that that we can continue to be friends, that would be wonderful. But if they don't, then I can respect that. Like, I'm sorry, but you gotta have respect for your friends' boundaries, or else it is not a healthy friendship. And if your friend does not respect your boundaries, it is a toxic situation, and I'm sorry, but you need better friends. And I genuinely felt guilty for a long time. That's why I kept being friends with Possum. I felt guilty because it's like, oh, we've been friends for this long. They know me this well. They've always helped me with this, this, and this, and this. And they've always been very supportive of me. You know, it's just, right now, all they've done multiple times is screw me over and deplete me and drain me and ignore my boundaries, manipulate me to ignore my own boundaries. So I don't need friends like that. And the fact that they then reached out, because I blocked their number and I blocked their Facebook. They reached out to me from a different number. I deleted it. I didn't even, like I said, I didn't even, entertain whatever they were trying to stir up. I didn't argue. I didn't explain myself because I don't owe nobody nothing. I don't owe nobody any kind of explanation. I know that they're probably wondering what went wrong, but I don't owe them anything. And they're just going to have to figure out how to be less toxic. It's unfortunate, but true. They need to stop hiding behind their mental illness as an excuse and actually work on it. like, I get it. When you have a mental illness, it's not in your control. But I'm sorry, but when you make absolutely no effort to correct how your mental illness is hurting others, then you shouldn't expect those others to stay and take your abuse. It's inexcusable. If they ever grow up and actually handle themselves and become mature and ever, like, actually apologize for, because then they reached out to my mom to, after I didn't answer them, and they were like, okay, just tell your daughter this, and mom sent me a screenshot, and I was like, okay. I'm not going to, like, entertain this. I'm not going to, you know, say anything in response. Like I said, I'm not going to play the game. I'm not going to take the bait. I don't care at all. But I don't know. That's just where I'm coming from with it. Anywho, so I've been working on the blanket for Chavoy, and I've changed how I'm doing the stitches. I'm doing triple crochets now. So I've done the double crochets all the way up until this point, and now I'm doing triple crochets. And I'm doing 4 because this is such a thin yarn, so I'm doing 4 in each. And what I'm going to do is in the next round, I'm going to turn them into shells. What I'm going to do is start doing shells going forward in the creation of this blanket. So I'm hoping it turns out well. I'm toying around with different ideas in my head with how it could work. I'm completely just making this up as I go along. And I'm actually having a lot of fun with that. Just letting the creativity create. so yeah, but yeah, it's a very thin yarn, which is why I compensate for its thinness by adding extra stitches so that it doesn't throw off the vibe of the blanket, I guess. But yeah, it's just it's been a wild like 2 weeks for me, I'm not gonna lie. And it's definitely been a difficult one to get through, but I've made it through. This is my final full day in this apartment before I begin my new job and begin my new life, I guess. Wow. I have some really awesome ideas, by the way, creatively speaking. An idea came to me. I can make crochet flowers and, you know, use them to customize my Converses. So that's something that I would like to actually, you know, toy around with the idea of and then make a video about. I'm not sure how I'm going to approach it just yet, but I'm very excited about the idea. So yeah, that's what's going on in my life anyway. I might update with more updates later on today as the day continues and everything. And so yeah, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And thank you guys for all of your support and your positivity. I genuinely, like, even just your prayers and thoughts, I genuinely appreciate that a whole lot. Like I said, things are feeling a lot better now that a very easy friendship has been able to blossom in place of the relationship that used to be, you know, with Travis. And it's so much easier. It's a relief to know that I have not lost, like, my best friend in all of this. So yeah. I'll see you guys in the next one, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Like, comment, subscribe if you feel like it. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.